Hello, everyone. My name is Amy Irvine. I'm the CEO and founder of Rooted Planning Group, and I'm thrilled to be here with Carrie Bean, one of our certified financial planners on the team, to talk about the Roadmap to Success program. It's a 12-month personal finance program, and it's meant to be educational in nature for everyone that wants to learn more about their finances. We realize not everybody can or wants a financial planner. They might be somebody who wants to do it themselves, but we want to make sure that financial education is backed by all of the decisions that you're making. A little bit about me. I've been doing financial planning for approximately 26 years, or at least in the financial planning profession for about 26 years. And again, my passion as well as Carrie's is to be in education as well. And so we developed this program so that we could combine both passions. Carrie, why don't you tell a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm Carrie Bain, as Amy mentioned, one of the certified financial planners at Rooted Planning Group. I'm actually located in Valiant, Oklahoma, and I'm very passionate about education and very excited to get started on this Roadmap to Success program and help everyone along on their financial journey.
Speaking of journeys, Carrie, why don't we take them on a real quick journey to what they can expect when they sign up for this program?
Yeah, so each month we'll be rolling out a different topic and you'll be learning about something different. So in January, we'll be doing Getting Organized. This is a paperwork management type system where you'll set up a mindful spending plan and go through different financial tasks of getting organized and preparing your financial management system. Then in February, we'll be doing an annual financial summary. We'll do an annual review. We'll check your progress using key indicators and make plans for the year.
And then we get into fun things like preparing for taxes. We know nobody actually gets up in the morning, well, maybe a few, and says, I'm excited to do taxes. But there's lots of deductions and credits that you may not know that you're eligible for. And we dig into some of those. And then in April, we talk about investments. A lot of people think financial planning is investments, and financial planning is not investments. Investments are a tool in your financial plan. So we dig in and provide education around different types of investments, the taxation, the fees, risk, return, how to measure some of the investments that you have. And we get pretty deep into the details for people that really want to know more about investments.
Then in May, we'll jump into protecting you and your family and talk about disability and life insurance. This is sometimes one of those things we don't always want to talk about and we often avoid, but it's really important to think about disability and life insurance. And we'll walk you through an exercise to help you figure out how much you need. Then in June, we'll start talking about retirement and projections and plannings for that. We'll help you figure out how to craft a plan to achieve a comfortable retirement and guide you through some retirement projections.
That's followed by July's challenge, which is to get to know where you want to be on goals and debt reduction. One of the things that we hear from a lot of people is they feel like they're drowning in debt. And so we will walk you through some strategies to help you change that feeling about debt and possibly walk you through different strategies to get out of your debt. That's then followed by August, which is legal documents and crisis planning. It's super important that people have the right documents on file and in their back pocket should they ever need them in a crisis situation. So we walk you through what are the most important legal documents that you should have, and disaster, maybe even some disaster recovery planning, or continuity planning to put in place for yourself.
Then in September, we'll go into liability insurance review, where we'll talk about the insurance you should have on your auto and home, and do you possibly need an umbrella policy. While that doesn't sound like a lot of fun, it can keep you from having a financial crisis
Mhm.
later on if you address these things ahead of time. So we'll walk you through how much coverage you should possibly have for your auto, home, and do you need an umbrella policy. Then in October, we'll talk about employee benefits. And we may utilize some of the exercises we walked you through in the disability and life insurance month. Does your employee offer these type of benefits? And if so,
Mhm.
should you sign up for them? it's easy to just elect what you elected last year, but it's important to take the time and figure out what are your healthcare options and do you have a retirement plan that you could be participating in? And then, of course, are they offering the disability and life? And how much do you need?
And then we go and wrap up the year with two final topics. In November, we're going to be talking about taking some year-end steps. Remember back in March, we talked about preparing for your taxes. Well, in November, we want you to do some projections. Where are you at this year? Have you had enough withheld? You've still got time to make a few final adjustments if we take a look at that in November. And it's a perfect time to start planning that holiday budget if you haven't already done so, putting some limitations in place that will help you achieve the rest of your goals. And then finally in December, we're going to be finishing out the year with some financial peace. We're going to wrap it up with some New Year's resolutions, all the things that you've learned in 2021 with regards to all the education and how you're going to put it in place for 2022. We hope that this class will be so resourceful to you because not only is it the videos that we're going to be providing, but Carrie, why don't you talk to them a little bit about the other resources we're going to offer?
Yeah, so I think Amy mentioned each month we'll have a video, which is, for example, the January one is getting organized. We'll also provide you with some money minutes with a lot of neat checklists and things to think about, such as the 6 credit myths that consumers need to think about. And then there'll be a lot of checklists, like things to think about should you be saving more for your emergency fund and other exercises to get you thinking.
So it's not just about listening to us talk to you, it's about putting in the time and the effort to do a little bit of work on your own. But we honestly feel that at the end of this coursework that you'll be doing with us, that you will walk away with lots of good resources. And Cornell Cooperative Extension will be there to support you in other ways potentially.